he's not there anymore. Now it looks like Blood, Fantasy, and Xiao Fu are going to be promoted to the main roster, and it looks like 71, who was their captain, who was their coach, is also not their coach for them anymore. So a massive swap up for King Gaming. And we take a look at IG. Yeah, they still got the same roster, so it could be a little tricky for them playing into with this. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see with the differences, you know, from King Gaming are looking to get the reps under their belt, you know, looking to have the better. It's felt like they've been a team where they need to get a lot of coordination. You know, I remember, I think I did a cast maybe like 2 weeks ago with Winter, and Winter highlighted a lot towards the end that this was a team that was still looking to form their identity and form the chemistry that they needed to work together as a team. And it looks like maybe they weren't able to do that fast enough as what they expected, because now there's a new roster for them, and this is kind of going to set them back a little bit. But we are well and truly in the draft, though. Well and truly. We're going to see IG go for an Ogre Mirana support duo with the Mars DK picked up. A lot of flexibility with the Mars DK. IG have also been a team to put the Dragonite on a 3. And Mars is still a hero that can be played as a core as well. I mean, one example they could go is DK safely and put the Ember against the Void matchup, because I believe that's a pretty hard counter, and Roots are very annoying to deal with as a Brewmaster. So it's going to be interesting to see how that matchup fares. You take a look though, like IG are so tanky. Ogre 7 armor to start, so that twin-handed hero pretty much never dies. You've got the DK, who has a crapload armor as well, and a beefy boy, and Mars has the Bulwark and high amount of health. Whereas King Gaming, Rubik squishy, Oracle squishy, Void Spirit's goddamn squishy as well, very reliant on the high mobility, and the Brew, you know, isn't as tanky as some of these heroes. So we're basing, you know, it's going to be difficult to go through the IG lineup, because Oracle is not going to give you a whole lot of damage as the game goes on. And there aren't too many good abilities for Rubik to be able to steal this game. You know, potentially I mean, really, Arena's kind of nice to steal, like the Spear you can never say no to. Bloodlust is pretty decent, honestly. More just to be able to amplify your core's farm instead of anything else. They're gonna ban out the Huskar here. Okay. Just the last pick Huskar that, you know, teams are very worried about. And it looks like IG, they're gonna go for a Morphling. Pretty free Morphling game so far. We now select your heroes. A Luna. Who's this character? Who's his hero? If I ever get caught saying character again, I hope I get slapped sideways. Remember, imagine calling people like heroes. Instead of that, you say champions. Ugh. League plays. Ugh. I'm just joking though, but this is interesting. I actually think Luna could be a kind of like a very... I'm trying to think of a good example to give here. I think Luna's just probably very similar to the Gyro, where in regards to not a lot of people are, I think, seeing the full potential this hero it has. I'm forgetting that word to describe it. It will come to me if I keep remembering enough, but I think it's definitely one of the secret heroes of the patch, like super strong. It's gonna come out of nowhere. It feels like it's been getting buffed constantly, just left, right, and center, like from patch after patch after patch. Is it a good game though? Is it a good game? I don't know. I don't think so. Luna seems... I feel like we're really going to see Luna start to get implemented with a lot of IOs. And they don't really have anyone to amplify that hero at the moment. You're going to need a couple of items before you really start to do anything. So I'm a little worried. And I think IG just too goddamn tanky. And now they got a Morphling as well. I really want to put emphasis on that. I think the only way King Gaming win, I don't want to say only, because that's a lot of emphasis. I think they need a spirit vessel. They need a spirit vessel incredibly bad. You know, deals with the morphling very, very well. It's a direct counter to him. It's also super strong against the tanky Dragonite, against the tanky Mars. That percent damage is super strong. But not only that, it's the change to the Spirit Vessel is the aura that it provides. The 20% health regen reduction, the lifesteal, and also the healing effect as well. So it's going to pay massive dividends if you chuck it out on emo, but also just the overall aura of this game. Like, it is a must. It is a must. I have not seen enough prioritization on the Spirit Vessel throughout the past couple of days, which I think needs to change. I think that item, I spoke about it a little earlier. I think I don't want to use the word busted, but I think it's definitely one of the best. So I really want to see King go for it. And they kind of, I guess maybe Blood can pick it up. She's got 4 Iron Branches along with a Calling Blade. So how's this matchup actually fair for them? They're going to put Fly in the safe lane. Emo is going to be playing the Morphling mid. So they've been giving Emo a lot of the Morphling lately. Even though Fly usually is the one to play it, it looks like they really like to put Fly. I actually think they've also swapped up the lanes, actually. I want to point that out. I've seen constantly lately Fly going mid and Emo going safe lane. And I actually do think they swapped the roles of the team. And they have, yep. On Liquipedia. Wait, hang on. No. It's still the same. So Emo is still showing that is the 2. Well, at the moment it looks like, and this isn't like a difference in matchup. And because usually IG felt like Fly is a really strong Morphling player. So I'm kind of intrigued about this. Huh. That's a pretty cool choreo, I will add. I don't remember this choreo. Yeah, I actually don't remember this choreo, but anyway, that's cool. So what do we got? Yeah, Fly. We'll see how this is going to transition. IG with kind of the new setup for them. They were able to... but like we... said a little bit earlier in the day with in regards to kind of the matchup and how Dota is faring. It feels like games are slowly starting to go a little bit longer timing. I say that, but we also saw some very early games today. We saw CDC, I think in games 2 and 3, both those went for like 22 minutes. I think the third game went like 20, and I think the second went like 22. So even then, we are still seeing a little bit of faster paced games. But before we get underway, King Gaming, they are currently sitting in 8th position in the groups with a 1-2 series count, and we've got Invictus Gaming in 4th position. They are currently sitting 3-2 with their series count as well. So each team looking to get a little bit ahead of the round robin. We are currently in week 4. Still, it looks like there is one more day. We still got some games tomorrow as well, so not just yet done for the week. But with that being said, we're underway, ladies and gentlemen. Our second series of the night. It's going to be quite the matchup, so we will see Fly Drag. He's even got a Ring of Regen as well, so 4 at the moment, 4 base regen. Of course, it's getting amplified, but it's going to be interesting. Hasn't even put up a Dragon's... I mean, I feel like now you have to go Breathe Fire, yeah. It's just going to be... It's going to give him a chance to try and secure the range creep, which is nice. And even then, though, so... And Jalfu also goes for a point in Cinder Brew, which is pretty cool. We haven't seen the Brewmaster in a while, where sometimes the Brew was like maxing Cinder Brew and going for like a Helm Dom and just utilizing the Helm Dom creep to set off the Cinder Brew. but he has the Rubik to be able to do so, and it is going to be a lot of damage. You see Oli's just kind of struggling to trade at the moment. Like, even though Oli has this Bloodlust and the Orb of Venom, I mean, the Fade Bolt's really annoying. And straight away, YDS supports have done a really good job now. As soon as one of the supports leaves the lane, then your support needs to follow, because the only thing Oli can be doing at that time was pulling, which he does get a range creep off there. We'll at least deny that away from Zhao Fu, but they're still going to do a lot of damage to Emo. So you're going to try and turn on YDS here. That distract's going to come back up after using the Strength one, so we'll be able to secure First Blood here. Beautifully done from Invictus Gaming. A nice heads up play from them. And what's Oracle doing? Fantasy? Might end up falling actually. Leap forward from Kaka. There's a couple of stick charges, not a whole lot. Instead, it's going to try and utilize the Salve around the tree line. Gets a little bit of health back, and now with the constant spam from Erica, really forces them away there. That beam making it difficult for Kaka to be able to utilize the tree line. How's this mid matchup faring? 12 to 5 compared to the 7 and 1. I want to turn down the music just a little bit. You can hear it a bit too loud at the moment. But all is going well. You know, we've first kill so far from Invictus Gaming. Just looking to try and set up the lanes here. This is a pretty sick DK set. I know I've seen it for a while, but I think it's probably one of the best. My one question is if they can get out of the laning stage for the Morphling. It seems like right now it's a crapload of harass, and Zhao Fu is going to pick up that extra point in the Cinderbrew. My only issue with maxing out Cinderbrew is that after the lane, if you don't have heroes to be able to set up for that ability, then it feels really lackluster. Because how are you going to be able to catch it and get your own farm? Like, it feels so awkward. Because your Thunderclap at level 1 is only 90 damage. 90 damage for 90 mana. So you don't want to be Cinder Brewing and then Thunderclapping as well. So it seems like they really need to try and get ahead with this. And I actually want to see how much it does hurt the Brewmaster's game. Because I feel like, yes, Soul Ring's going to help out a lot. But I really feel like you're not going to have the levels to be able to catch up in farm. Because you're not one that's able to keep up. And if you give Emo a relatively okay start, you know, the Morphling can go back to the jungle once you get like double Wraith and Morbid Mass. But Kaka will try and help out. They got the Dragon Tail to set up. They're really just trying to fight around the Power Rune. Blood doesn't have the Dissimulate as well, so he's taking the full brunt of the force now. We'll still be able to get back towards the tier 1 tower. In fact, it's Oli who's able to snag the Illusion Rune there. And Kaka's still going to hang around. You know, Blood's got to be really careful. They might even see the Courier, but you got to be really careful with the positioning at the moment. Because if you go up on top of the lane, Firefly will just Dragon Tail stun you. And that's perfect setup. And now Zhao Fu, the body blocks from Oli, actually might be able to find the kill here. Oh, Oli, you dirty, dirty man. Beautifully done from them. And still Kaka is playing very aggressive here. Back's just gonna farm up the jungle a little bit. That fused raindrop, it's gonna be pretty nice this game. Especially the mana that it does give you. 0.9 mana regen, you know, that's gonna start adding up a lot. Like, he's gonna get soon and more efficiency out of it than a couple of clarities, which is pretty cool. So I actually like that item on the Mirana. Already got 4 Iron Branches as well. With the decent mana, is going to be able to keep himself afloat as Emo's playing very low here. They have the Fade Bolt, but it is only level 1. Looks like Emo's going to be fine. And Oli doesn't have a Salve though, but why can't I get rid of the thing on the left side? There we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes it gets bugged out really weird. You just got to press enter a couple times, as we'll see on the backline. Fantasy is going to end up falling. You know, we haven't seen the Luna too much, so we'll pay a little bit of attention. Erica has gone for the similar build as we've seen, just kind of the 202. It really feels like the Luna in the lane, like if you don't max out Beam, then you don't do any damage, but you really want to like have a couple points in Luna Blessing as well. The base armor bonus is kind of cool. 30% base damage bonus. But mid lane, Fly has the level 6. You have the catapult wave as well. They're going to try and wrap around Ollie to help out, but YDS, who's got the numbers advantage, looks like Radiant do, being able to kill the Dragonite fast enough. Nicely played, King Gaming. They'll bring down the big man. That does offset the really big timing that IG were looking to pressure out as well. The first catapult, along with the Elder Dragon form, they won't get any usage out of it. And that kill also does go to Fantasy on the Oracle. So first one of the game for Keen. A nice rotation. It feels like a lot of teams are starting to get used to that timing. Like, I like to say 5:30 because I know the creeps meet mid about 15 seconds after they spawn, but still Dragonite needs to kill a couple of the creeps for him to hit the level 6. As we see top, Fly hunting YDS. Sorry, Emo hunting YDS here. Xiaofu can't really do a whole lot. Tries to chuck out a Cinder Brew. They might just turn on the Brewmaster instead, but Blood's going to rotate forward with the Void Spirit. Catches out Emo. Has got the strength morph up to level 3, so Emo might actually be able to stay alive here, especially with the waveform under the tower. They have a Tango, that's about it. It might be enough though to keep Emo afloat. As long as he gets rid of a majority of his stats here, he can go back up with the strength, and yeah, he'll do just that. So a rotation forced out from Blood, which does equal up mid. That's a rotation that I'm fine with Blood making, even though they don't find a kill. They had a very big window because you knew that DK didn't have an ultimate. So as soon as you leave that lane, you feel pretty safe. You usually don't want to leave the mid lane when Dragonite has the ultimate available. Otherwise, it's literally just like 3/4 of your tower's HP. And Fly's got a invis. So they're gonna head bot here. This is a nice movement, because he shoved out the creep wave, so they don't know he's gone just yet. They're gonna see pretty shortly. He does have to be careful with the choreo, but the good yeah, it didn't go up the high ground. Well, actually, maybe they did find him, and it's not going to matter now. Luna caught out, drops the arena as well, and closing onto the Oracle here. Erica is actually relatively tanky with the protection with the Fate's Edict, but it's not going to matter. And now Fantasy will end up falling as well. That is such an incredible rotation. Xiaofu is going to TP bot, has the ultimate available. How can you get it off fast enough? Nice Dragon Tails are a stun. Looks like Spear pushes him back, so it's going to allow Dire to disengage here. Okay, one thing I want to point out is how that enables Dire's rotation down bot is because DK does a incredible thing by pushing out the tower. You push out the lane, you get a power rune, and then you make a rotation. Because by the time the creep wave connected mid, DK was already on top of the heroes down bot. So they had absolutely no idea what that was going on, and in the meantime, they're still able to get a decent amount of damage on the tower. And now Radiant forces our food down, they also force Blood down in this bottom lane. Like, now they don't do anything. They might find a kill, but what do you get after it? Mirana will fall, YDS claims it. But now, like, Zhao Fu is in a lane where he doesn't, like, particularly want to be. And Blood as well just TP'd down here as well, just for a support kill. Because you take a look at what Dire are getting across the map. Fly, I don't think you killed him. They do have Brute ulti still, but 3 points up in the passive. Running back towards the T2 tower as well. Dire, they should have a couple of TP rotations. His dive is going unpunished at the moment. They've got to help out Fly at the moment. They're just doing nothing. A little bit too late. They'll kill Fantasy potentially here. Under the Brewmaster ulti is about to wear off. Blood's able to get the bounty, and now with the drag back as well, it's a lot of damage. Mirana has one more leap charge available, but Blood should be able to follow up here. The Fade Bolt doesn't even matter. So Dire, I mean, DK has 1500 HP. You let them chase him for like 10 seconds non-stop without TPs. They will get a couple of kills at least in return. The main thing is they're making a lot of space for the Morphling as well, but now with the wraparound Blood, he's been able to find another Astral Step with a little bit of cooldown of his passiveness, but now Fly after the respawn's going to try and show up. They're straight on top of the Oracle here. Oh, TP rotation for the Brewmaster, but what can this hero actually do? It won't even get there fast enough. So 8-5 in the kill count. In the meantime, Emo shoving out top as fast as possible. No one's here. They also have a catapult wave, so looking to do a little bit of damage to the tower, but with YDS showing up. Looks like that'll be it. And Emo's also going to go for the Perseverance, which is interesting. I'm so not used to seeing Emo play the one. Really surprised IG swapped it, but they must have been having some troubles there. As Erica's actually going to make a rotation. Erica's going Helm Dom, huh? Oh, nicely done. Protects the catapult. I mean, I think they still would have been able to get the tower anyway, but IG are going to trade their mid tower for the bottom tower here. I'd say that's very favored for Keen. But the Helm Dome from Erica, I mean, they're going to have a lot of damage bonus, whether it's plus the Lunar Blessing. I believe Helm Dome's still plus 20% as well. Do you have anything? Does Crown even build into it? It does. Yeah, plus... And increases nearby allied hero and player units base damage by 20%. Yep.
Top tower is under attack.
But Dire's still looking to make something work down here. Fantasy could be another pick-off. They have the vision of where the Oracle is positioning, so Fly might literally just run at the Oracle here. They're going to have to chain lock him down perfectly. But now with the setup with the Dragon Tail, follows with the Spear, Oli might need a multicast and they will get it. So no threat of Oracle being able to get the ultimate off into a couple TP rotations, but now Fly is going to pop the ultimate, and it looks like Dire actually want to try and put a little bit more pressure on this bottom tier 2, because in the meantime, Emo and Kaka are doing some work onto the tier 1 mid. And without any TP rotations, they'll slowly clear the trees. You see Fly and JT both trying to cut them down. They find Jiaofu. Oh, he's still able to get the ultimate off, and now Dire, they got to disengage, pick up the stun. The Cyclone as well, holding Mars in place. Fly might be able to potentially TP out. They'll try and hold back the Luna here, giving Fly as much space as possible. Now with the follow-up, Cyclone allows Radiant to close the distance. They're still going to TP on the backline on the Mars. Fly's a difficult hero to bring down as with how tanky he is, but it looks like Erica maxed out beams, gets that Eclipse off as well. It will be enough burst early on. Very nicely done from them. Secures the kill, but we're not done just yet. Arrow catches out the Void Spirit, God's Rebuke as well, with the crit's going to be able to bring him down. And now JT, it's a beautiful ultimate, traps in 3, but where's the fall damage? You don't have your Dragonite, and Emo just isn't at the stage at the moment to be able to output enough damage. So it looks like Invictus Gaming getting a little bit too aggressive without the rest of the team, and they're going to end up paying the price here. As Kaka, you might also end up falling. They will lose the slow. So it looks like the Mirana's going to be able to disengage. Oh, I say that. What's he still? Arrow, YDS. He's going to land it. Kaka does eat the arrow. But with the TP from Oli, will prevent any dive capabilities coming through. Oh, Emo! Oh, no! Oh, that scared the shit out of me. I was going to say that... Oof, wow. Oh, I got so worried. That was almost a very big mistake, and whether you want to put that down to, again, you know, Fly is usually the Morphling player, but IG have swapped up the roles from what I'm aware of, at least. So but it feels like Radiant are going to be the ones putting a lot of pressure on the map. Like, Luna has this Helm Dom. It's going to be nice, like Lunar Blessing amplifying your damage, 30% maxed out. You've got 20% bonus base damage as well with the Helm Dom. And Oli, that's just going to be a free kill. Warding Expedition eats the arrow, eats the beam. And now looks like Radiant going to be able to get 3 bounties. So Emo going for the Lincolns is a very defensive build. It's good against the Rubik initiation. You know, the brew as well, whether it's the Cyclone or the Rock, but Fantasy might try and burst down Emo here potentially, but he's not falling low enough, unfortunately. They kind of need some help. What's happening bot though? JT is going to attempt the TP out. They have the spear to pin him up. That's an easy way to cancel the TP. It looks like Fantasy is just going to try and soak some experience instead there. They also know where Emo is, but still without the rest of the team close enough. Maybe Blood can secure the kill. Ooh, Emo's like, what the heck's that doing there? She's doing really well in farm though on the Morphling. Three kills, 115 last hits up there at the top. It's actually Luna who has the position at the moment. Really intrigued. What is Erica got going for next? He's got the blade. Okay. But they're gonna moonlight up. Blood mid lane. Emo's gonna end up showing. They scouted the moonlight as well, and Emo does have to be careful. Sitting at about 800, now up to 1100 HP. Radiant, they are smoking mid, however, looking like they want to take this engagement. Olish is probably going to be the sacrificial lamb. Emo's going to be careful how long you do stay around with the waveform on cooldown. Makes it up on the high ground. They're still going to have to follow up. Is able to dodge the fortunes there. Nicely done from Emo, but still Erica, hot pursuit. Where's the chain lockdown? Rubik's going to try and get in range here, but doesn't have the 8th lens just yet. Waveform up in a second, makes it into the TP out. And in the meantime, top though, Fly. You could be in trouble here, because Radiant can cut off any retreat. Fly's going to try and protect himself with the invis. I do have a nice ward on the high ground now. In fact, it's actually the Rubik who's going to get double backed on. With the use of the whole ward on the high ground, IG, they're able to bait there. And now they're also going to scout out Xiao Fu and Erica rotating towards the top side. So Invictus Gaming should be able to disengage. Luna also has the cast range talent, that plus 400. Oh, he got the helm dome. So this is going to be interesting, actually. This is actually going to be really interesting with the Lucent Beam.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Huh. Alright, we'll see how it goes. But even then, what's JT going? So, I mean, at the moment, we got a very minimal net worth lead. You know, he's having a IG with this start from them. We actually do see kill top. So I'm trying to take a look at what the build is from JT, what he's wanting to go for next. But in the meantime, Oli, this potentially might be another death for the Ogre Magi. Xiao Fu will miss the thunderclap, so that might have been the damage required to bring him down fast, but it's not going to matter. They do have the outpost control from Dire. It looks like they want to try and take the engagement here. Emo still doesn't have a whole lot of damage though. Now with the telekinesis, unable to get the Shredforth out fast enough, and now Emo just playing too aggressive there on the back line. Dragon Knight controlled up. They find another, so Rubik will pay the price. But now with the Moonlight Shadow, where's the vision coming through? JT drops the ultimate, but Dire, they're not really communicating properly at the moment. They want a Moonlight to disengage, but then JT wants to try and take the fight with the ultimate. And now they know that GK is cycling up. They have the detection in this entry in the river. Blood's even going to try and show up to the fight as well, but the drag back with the Remnant is able to secure another kill. IG just very indecisive right now with how they're playing, and Keen feeling pretty strong. They are currently, you know, still down in net worth. Is the boys on Keen. You take a look, is that actually Void has not been able to get, well, unfortunately Blood's not getting any kills, which I think is the big thing. Like a part of 6 but hasn't found any. You know, is very far behind last hits for cores at least.
Dire are scanning.
Kaka's also incredibly farmed. Yours already completed, so you know, still, and there's already a Lincoln's on Emo. So actually, I mean, IG been able to get a lot of farm across the map, and now they're gonna make a movement. Jiafu pops a smoke here. JT will be able to get the US act actually sets up for the arrow. Looks like Radiant kind of in the vicinity if they want to help out. The false promise gives him a little bit of protection here. So he doesn't have the ultimate available, so it looks like unfortunate for the Brewmaster. Just gonna have to disengage. He does stay alive, and now with the high gun though, Luna's gonna get caught with the pin, pushes him further away from the rest of the team. And Invictus Gaming, they'll find a tier 1 tower, they'll find a pick off as well. There is a double damage rune available now for Emo. So with all this being said, they are... It looks like they're sitting pretty comfortable. Emo's going to try and walk Roche, has a double damage rune. They got a medallion as well. They put the medallion actually on the Morphling there. But, oh, who do they find on the high gun? Apologies. It is the Ogre. This race is falling fast. Xiaofu has the ultimate. The spear stuns him for long enough to allow Dire to be able to get the Aegis, but now Emo's going to be careful. If they lose it straight away, Dire just going to try and hard disengage. The arena was committed to try and set up for the Aegis to be clean from Dire, and now they need to dip with the waveform up. Double leap charges utilized there, and even the Dragon Knight with the drag back as well. Fly in trouble. They will be able to bring him down there. Sorry. A couple of the PMs. I will actually go in while we get a chance. I'll go offline mode. There we go. Got a mate talking about a couple of matchups coming through.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
But at the moment, Dire able to get Aegis here. Now when surely that doesn't happen. I guess I just can't keep pressing enter. So the Aegis onto the Morphling. 3,000 net worth lead for Invictus Gaming at the moment. They've been able to do a very good job to find the farm across the map, and Jiaofu could be in trouble. Emo's doing a lot of damage, man. Look at the crits with that replicate. Very nicely done from Emo, utilizing the Drunken Brawler there. And now Morphling, the top of the net worth, already has the Ghost Scepter as well. The Linken's is a very defensive item in regard to it's going to protect you against kind of the lockdown that King Gaming have. And I actually don't think no one went Spirit Vessel, right? We brought that item up earlier, but yeah, I do not see any Spirit Vessels. Everyone's got a wand as well, which is kind of cool. Oh, smoke. Ollie's gonna pop this. Beautifully done from Ollie. You're happy with that. You're happy. They smoke to try and defend the tower. It's gonna allow Dire to disengage. You are really, really happy. That is that's a yeah, top-notch positioning from Ollie there. You have a position 5 to pop the smoke. You're very, very happy about that. That's kind of always how you want to play it. You see a lot of time the position 5 is kind of like playing around this line here. It depends the timing, but a lot of time your smokes you want to utilize, if we're rating for an example like that's the angle a lot through mid lane. So if you play around this vicinity, then you're really going to pop any smoke. It's literally identical for Radiant as well. But we see Brew does have a blink now from Jiaofu. My one issue with the blink is that Dai have a couple of stuns that they might be able to cast off fast enough. Like Jiaofu really wants to blink, thunderclap, and then ulti. But the issue is that like IG, they have a Dragon Tail, which is, you know, pretty fast. The projectile is not slow, and also if you're melee form, it's instant. You know, Mars Spear is going to be annoying. Ollie's kind of going to be in the midst, and also the Yule Scepter from Kaka is instant. So yes, Radiant are lacking some form of initiation, which Jiaofu with this Brewmaster Blink Dagger picked up. It will now enable for them. And Kaka's going to end up scouting them up top here. We'll also see the TP rotation from YDS, so maybe might think they're looking to get set up, but instead snags the bounty of the Helm Dom plus 200 gold, and they will trade both offlane towers here, it looks like. I say that, both safe lane, sorry. But this net worth lead is continuing to go for Invictus Gaming at the moment. You know, they're not slowing down the farm. Void Spirit's really getting nothing, and really the difference, I don't want to say really difference, but the off lane and the position 4, Mars is about 2k ahead of the Brew. Not as much actually now. JT, nice to simulate, trying to reveal his own Blink Dagger. And now Die, they're going to try and dip here. Emo might be able to burst down a support. Actually has this shotgun build now completed. Might even just use it on the Centaur Conqueror. They pop the Linken's ult. Morphling, no, you're too far pushed forward here. Aegis is now popped, and now Jiaofu with the ultimate as well. Going to try and cycle up the backline. They've got the Eclipse from Erica. A quick waveform away. They don't find the stun to start up, and now Emo with the Strength Morph Die. They're going to force the disengage here. Once the Brewmaster ulti does wear off, Die could take this fight if they really want to. And yeah, there you go. DK's going to TP. IG well aware they can turn this. So Emo, just again, whether we don't know how comfortable he is on the hero, you know, IG have made this role swap. Fly used to be the nice remnant positioning. Fly used to be that Morphling player for Invictus Gaming. Yeah, Emo still played it a couple times, but Fly was definitely their Morphling player. And but now with the Brewmaster ulti on cooldown, we got the Eclipse on cooldown as well. They're going to walk down mid. Invictus Gaming with the Catapult should be able to secure a tier 2 tower. DK not only has the the tick from his ultimate, but also the dragon scale as well. But now with the wraparound, JT catches out the Rubik, and Fate's Edict will be able to give him some protection, but the arrow fall from downtown, they've got the stun lockdown. Even Fantasy is going to commit the ultimate to try and keep the Rubik alive here, but now in the meantime, BKB pop from Fly just outputting all the damage to secure the kill after the false promise. And now they might even walk up high again because JT with the initiation catches out 3 in the arena. Has to be careful here with the Scepter, sets up for the Remnant. Dire, is there any protection capabilities coming through to keep their Mars alive? They might chuck out an E-Blade, but now Morphling controlled up with the telekinesis. Emo's going to be careful, able to get the strength morph. The waveforms available, makes up to the high gun's going to try and TP up. Blood Jab to cancel this, it looks like they do. And Emo, he committed to that TP attempt, and now he's in trouble. Waveform in a couple seconds here, but again, Emo, another mistake for him on the Morphling. Invictus Gaming getting a little bit too ahead of themselves there, diving the high ground. You know, at this stage in the game, I mean, buybacks aren't expensive. You maybe you'd expect no one to have buybacks as well, but they're also not at an expensive rate. So Rubik buys back there, has a really big performance, and now as well, like Radiant, their ultimates are being able to come off cooldown. Oh, that's a lot of Corys though. What do they lose? Smoke and treads from Zhao Fu. Fantasy's got a blink actually, 6, 6, and 9. So that's a really fast blink timing. Very well. This Fate's Edict is really good against the Morphling. I see this time and time again that Oracle's actually really good versus Morphling in that regard, that the Fate's Edict just counters out the magic burst that hero really wants to provide. And I like Radiant's positioning. Like, Dire are aware of this at the moment, but Radiant know that they're pretty strong. Like, they have their ultimates available. So Kaka might just cut the wave here mid. Yeah, we'll end up doing that.
Out of my way.
Feels safe because you got this ward on the other side. That's a poor old Corio. We'll see all the movements, and they actually might bait here. Fly's going to be in the air. There is a sentry drop. YDS has blood on the back lines, able to find the telekinesis, but now JT cuts him off to the northern side. So with the speed connection, secures the kill. They're even got a Moonlight Shadow. Zhao Fu with a quick blink away has the Primal Spring if need be, but Emo's going to try and TP to the outpost. Blood could be in trouble. Kaka might catch him here with the arrow. Has the Scepter to allow the rest of the team to get inside the vicinity as well, but looks like nice to simulate. Off to the eastern side, Astral Step is still on cooldown for 10 seconds, so that will be the Void Spirit's demise there. 300 gold as well for Emo, so a nice little chunk for him, and bot's going to get shoved out. Looks like they will not offer to go high ground here, but still continuing with this net worth advantage. 10,000 at the moment. And they are in a very good position, it looks like, from Invictus Gaming. What's the probability? Yeah, I thought I would... Yeah, to say about that. I was going to say probably about 78%. If we were being, you know, exact. But Roshan's not up just yet. It's going to be a long one, 2 minutes until then. So we'll allow Keen to kind of get something across the map. But I just... This has been interesting, the Luna. She is very farmed, I will add. The Helmdom's an interesting twist, because you have the damage amp in your Blessing, and then also the damage amp in your Helmdom as well. But can Erica get to the stage where you're just kind of almost unkillable, and you just do a shite load of damage? And Erica's also going Skadi, which was an item that we see a lot on the Luna. The stats is important. The slows as well is really nice, at least. But the Skadi is going to be awesome. I feel like that's going to be another pretty nutty item, very similar to the Spirit Vessel that I wanted to see picked up this game. The thing about the Skadi is that it has 35% reduction in, I believe, all of the same as Spirit Vessel. So life steal, HP regen, and healing. We'll take a quick look. Reduces all regen, heals, and life steal. Yep. I wasn't sure if it was all 3 of them. So Skadi not completed. It's going to be a big item this game. Still would have liked the Spirit Vessel, but There's a BKB now completed on Emo. Fly's gonna walk up the high ground, but Radiant they're set up towards position, but now they find the Luna. If they can bring her down to start the fight, with the arrow on the mark, but the false promise protects Erica. It's a nice ultimate from JT, locking the Luna inside the Dire lineup, and it looks like unfortunately she will not be able to disengage. Blood's gonna try and give his best attempt to keep her alive, but unfortunately now Maeve stayed alone and had to help your teammate Syndrome. It looks like Xiaofu's gonna try and clean up, but Emo just has way too much damage, and now Fly even catches out another, has the Aghanims for the free pathing, so able to make it up to the high ground here. YDS with the protection of the Glimmer. They've got the movement speed slow, and Fly is so goddamn tanky that he doesn't even give a damn about the tier 4 tower. Full 5-man wipe. King Gaming, your base now will be okay. It will be okay because the creep equilibrium is very much in their favor across the map. Top, mid, and yeah, I'd say top and mid. Bot's a little bit it's getting shoved out now, actually. Triple ranged. But this is Aegis Cheese. And that's a beautiful target to go on. That is a beautiful target. You kill the Luna. I say that, but I think Oracle's probably... Like, you really need to kill Oracle to start. But if it's like... Okay, what does the Brew ulti do now with BKBs? Like, nothing. Like, you don't cycling up any of the cores, and JT got pretty much all of his abilities off anyway. So now it's like, oh, I feel kind of lackluster as a hero. Whereas this is a difference in position 3s. You have better initiation than the other. And that's a big target to also bring down. Like, Erica just bought out for the Skadi, so he was lucky that the creeps weren't situated next to the base. And now they're going to smoke up. Oh, well, Moonlight at least. Erica's scouted out here. Raiding through on the high ground. Can they burst on the Luna again? BKB's even popped. They got the Glimmer Cape protection. Where's the vision coming through? They know at least the vicinity that is in, so they're going to be able to get the blind stun from JT. Connects onto the tree. Luna again down to start. They're going to try and catch more, but look at the lanes, guys. They need to do something about this. They've had some issues lately with the lanes. It looks like they're just going to go top. Fly setting up. Has a lot of the duration left in the Elder Dragon form. Fly is also incredibly farmed. They've got a repair kit, but Dire just have way too much damage. Look at Emo go to work with the Bloodlust, and now with the shotgun potentially telekinesis set up. They're going to be able to find the arrow follow-up as well. Really nicely done from them. It wasn't even the arrow. It looked like it was the arrow, actually. And now a tier 3 tower. They've got the Solar Crest on Emo, so he's just hitting too goddamn hard, and Fly he's just about hitting tier 4 towers at the moment. Promise Put on the back. Xiaofu, Blink dodges, but now your towers are getting shredded. You're forcing out repair kits as well. Now they find the Brewmaster in the backline. The Aghanim silence onto 4. JT commits his BKB. Luna's still not alive just yet. The arrow does connect, but a false promise. You accepted up. He does have an Astral Step charge available, but if they can pin him down before he's able to get it to disengage, it looks like the damage might just be a little bit too much, unfortunately. The Void Spirit's gonna end up falling. Fly just in time, able to get the cheese as well. Now Xiaofu's in trouble. The Broodlings, are you able to tank up enough? Has the wind run? The sentries drop, so poor old Xiaofu unable to make it back inside the base. The Luna is alive. They've kited out a lot of the BKBs, but it looks like it's not gonna matter. Blood drops the G's. And this game is over and done with. Keen. They're gonna end up having to tap out of game 1, 34 minutes in. A beautiful performance from Invictus Gaming. Very, very nicely done from them, as they're going to be able to secure game 1 is what we felt. I mean, just a little bit of a... I think this is the big issue, that they don't have the greatest initiation. Like, Emo makes a couple of mistakes on those 2 deaths, but apart from that, Emo has a really good game. And I think this is one thing to highlight, that IG, I believe they've swapped up their roles. Like, you know, Liquipedia isn't showing anything at the moment. They're still saying that Emo is their 2 and Fly is their 1. But it looks like, you know, Fly's been playing the mid and Emo the safe lane. So IG have done really well in that regard there, which is awesome to see. And they're going to be able to take game 1, a pretty convincing one. That, you know, 34 once minutes in, but once they're able to kind of get the timing. And it felt like Keen just couldn't initiate, though. Like, that was my issue about the Brew. Like, Blink this game, isn't good. You've got multiple stuns and pretty quick stuns as well to stop him from like blinking thunderclap and then ulting. So it really felt like Keen couldn't find the initiation. And even though IG took a couple of fights that, you know, was away from the team and, you know, they didn't really get any objectives out of it, you know, they still found a lot of kills and they really utilized the Mirana, Moonlight Shadow, which I think IG did a super good job at. They constantly, as soon as Moonlight was up, they were just utilizing this to constantly have that invis effect of, you know, smoking across the map. You know, or very similar, the same as with Smoke, but they did a really good job with the Moonlight. So I wonder if honestly that Mirana might get banned out in the second game. But with that being said, IG, they're going to be able to take a game 1 advantage in this best of 3.